Hey everyone! Today I want to talk about a pressing issue that concerns us all, the persistent threat of Islamism to liberal democracies in Europe. It's a topic that doesn't get the attention it deserves, and it's high time we bring it into the spotlight. First off, let's define what we mean by Islamism. This isn't about the religion of Islam itself, but rather an extremist ideology that seeks to impose its views through violence and intimidation. Recent attacks like those in Solingen and the arson at a synagogue in France are stark examples of this threat. These acts of violence are fueled by a deep-seated hatred towards liberal democratic values and Israel. Influential figures like Sayyid Qutb have propagated this ideology, promoting violence and hatred against Jews in Israel. What's alarming is the noticeable silence surrounding these issues in political circles and civil society. This silence only emboldens extremists. The recent attack by Hamas on Israel has further amplified these concerns. It's not just reshaping the Middle East, but also potentially inciting a new wave of radicalization in Europe. It's crucial to understand that Islamism's presence in Europe isn't new. It dates back to the 1970s, well before the 2015 refugee crisis. Now let's talk about how these groups operate. Islamist groups have been strategically embedding themselves in Europe for decades. They infiltrate education, social services, and even politics. They exploit democratic freedoms like freedom of expression and religion to expand their influence. They often present themselves as partners in integration efforts and advocates against violence, creating a deceptive facade. For example, organizations claiming to represent Palestinian interests, like the PJD and Samidoun, exploit the Israel-Palestine conflict to spread anti-Israel sentiment and legitimize violence. They manipulate public discourse and influence political decisions, often garnering support from people who should be wary of their harmful ideology. So, how do we counter this threat? Combating Islamism requires more than just legal and security measures. We need to address the ideology head-on and expose its dangers. Just like with right-wing extremism, we must draw clear boundaries with Islamists, rejecting not only their violence, but also their opposition to democratic values. Promoting critical thinking is crucial. It helps individuals recognize and reject Islamist propaganda. Fostering open dialogue and debate about the dangers of this ideology is equally important. Silence only empowers extremists and allows them to operate unchecked. We can't afford to remain silent. It's time to actively challenge Islamist narratives and protect the very foundations of our democracies. Thanks for watching, and let's keep this conversation going. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.